Gower, Botham and other batsmen to come, but it's Bruce French being sent in as night watchman, still with 19 minutes to go. There's a good shot. Keep in the back of our minds that Bruce French has replaced Jack Richards in this England side, and it was Richards who hit 100 against Australia in Perth in the second Test match last series. Number 4, the first ball of the day was edged for 4 by French, and that was through the gully area. That one confused the two slips to the extent that they couldn't decide which of them would take it. It wasn't a chance. It bounced well in front of Salim Malik at first and Javed Mirdad at second. Stroke by Bruce French. He's played one fine cover drive off Wazimaka on the left-hander. Now when Mohsin Kamal has over-pitched, he's square-driven him beautifully. That's the hook stroke I was talking about. French doesn't mind people dropping them short at him once he's got his eye in.
Stroke there by Bruce French. A bit of a misfeel there, but the ball was certainly well struck.
Cheer from English fans. 200 comes up, 3 wickets. Lovely stroke. I'd like to see a bit more of that from Tim Robinson. There's been no better stroke played this morning than that one by Bruce French through the covers off the back foot.
Well, that's the 100. A little bit streaky. It's certainly over the top of the slips. But that's certainly a welcome return to Test cricket for Tim Robinson. He's had to work pretty hard. It's never been easy for playing strokes, and he'll be delighted with them. And he's getting a good round of applause there from this Lancashire crowd. It's his 23rd 100 and his 4th in Test matches. And he's made it out of 238 for 3. Well, Bruce French going for the drive there and leaning back a bit, not leaning into the stroke, and hitting it straight down Imran Khan's throat at mid-off.
Fine contribution from Bruce French. Came in as night watchman. 59 very valuable and entertaining runs for England. We'll be pleased with that effort and puts the other wicket keepers around the country under a lot more pressure. Old Trafford crowd have enjoyed that.
Yes, it certainly do his confidence a lot of good. He's played very well out there. Played strokes all around the wicket. There you can see a repeat of his dismissal. Not quite getting into it, hitting it well, but just fractionally leaning back and not keeping the ball down. Going pretty hard, straight to Imran Khan, head high at mid-off. It's worth 113. And we have David Gower coming to the wicket. It's Mohsin Kamal to continue to Robinson. Well, that's a fine stroke by Tim Robinson, not even bothering to run from that. Over pitch delivery from Kamal, and he really just went through that without any problems at all. Beautifully timed. David Gower just chopping the half-volley Yorker length ball, which is a bit wide, down to third man for 4 runs. There you see a pretty impressive record. David Gower, 6,500 runs average of 45.5, and that's a pretty good average. Anybody over 40 in Test cricket's done very well, so that's a pretty good average. Well, that was absolutely effortless. It just absolutely sped away behind square on the offside. And really, when he plays shots like that, he makes the game look so easy.
From defeat, but it would require a very strange cricket match to see them beaten from this point. Well, that's going to be an easy catch. Gower's walking already, and Salim Yusuf takes the catch. Wasim Akram, with a loosener, has taken a wicket. The ball looked as though it didn't arrive anywhere near as quickly as Gower thought it might. Top edge, and England are now 284 for 5. Gower out for 22.
So the ploy of going round the wicket eventually brings dividends. A simple catch, safely pouched.
Now then, extra slip comes in for Ian Botham. Wasim Akram is still going around the wicket. Vital time for both teams now with Botham in there. Still to come, Embury, De Freitas, Foster and Edmonds. .300 up for England. 300 for 5. A marvellous shot. Just moments after the last session has begun, Ian Botham has cracked a magnificent back foot drive off Madassa. That's good cricket. Almost worth paying the admission money for the day just to see that. Robinson. Deserves a kick in a very tender spot, trying to bowl a bouncer at that pace.
It really has got to be a joke. He's about as quick as I am.
Really got onto that.
There was a shout there, but the umpire didn't need to give him out. Tim Robinson walking off. Bounced a long hop almost down the leg side, and he swung round, folded it round, and probably just got a slight bottom edge, I think, or a glove, something like that.
And it really is a marvellous comeback for him after that very torrid time he had in the West Indies. He wasn't the only one that suffered from shock after that series. But a marvellous innings of application mixed in with a lot of very good shots. Hanging around, trying to waste time. Very frustrating for everyone.
And pitching short there to Ian Botham, and that was a mighty hit off the back foot. Pulled over mid-wicket and 6 runs. It's gone in front of square. Get out.
Taking guard to Tosif.
And Botham's gone for the big one. He's not quite middled it. And he's caught right on the edge, just a foot away from going for 6. That's 2 or 3 times he's got out crossed and has lately caught it long off. Certainly Taylor and Matthews were in Australia, and now Tosif's just in Manchester.
Ian Botham down the wicket, not quite getting the full bat on the ball, goes high in the air. This is a long straight boundary at Old Trafford. Akram waiting for the catch patiently. Make sure his feet are inside the rope and no trouble in the end.
England now then moving on to 397 for 7. Ginembry on not out 14, and Philip Freitas just approaching the wicket.